Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite finds from Amazon for curly hair. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Gina and here we talk all things naturally curly hair. I love breaking things down for beginners with step-by-step tutorials, talking about the science of hair, product ingredients, and much more. So I'm going to make this super easy to shop. I will label everything with a number and then you can check the description box by that number to get the link for each product. Starting off with the most unique one that I don't know that I've heard anyone talk about, and this is a drain stopper. If you have ever fished out your hair from your drain, if you have curly hair, then you know how much of a pain that is. I don't know why no one ever talks about this, but having curly hair means a lot of shedding usually, and nobody wants to be pulling out gross hair out of the drain. My drain always got stopped up when I was a kid, and I remember having to literally figure out how to take apart the pipes when I was younger, but this has literally saved my pipes. This is really neat because this can go over any type of shower drain as long as it has something that it can suction to. And I also have one of these on my bathroom sink too, because that's where I ended up getting a lot of hair down the drain. It was just when I was styling and also when I was refreshing. There's always hair all in my sink. I like that it's clear, so it's not that noticeable. It's not like a bright color or anything, so it just blends right in. So I have two of these, but for my shower, I don't leave this down all the time. I only put it down when I wash my hair because for my shower drain, it kind of makes the water collect a little bit. So I usually just put it down when I'm washing my hair. Next, I just have some clips to share with you. These are actually from Walmart, but I'm going to link you to some on Amazon because these actually, the finish is coming off, so they're not that great quality, but any type of cheap clip will do. I love having these claw clips for sectioning off my hair. I use them to section my hair when I'm dry detangling, when I'm styling. I use them when I'm doing like a mask or something just to clip my hair up out of the way. So it's really nice to have these. And sometimes I will also just put my hair up in these just to wear around the house. These are brown, so they do match my hair. I will try and find the same ones on Amazon, but honestly, like I said, the finish is starting to come off, so might link you to some even better ones, but just having some general claw clips are super helpful. These are one of my most used curly hair accessories. These are little miniature claw clips. I think I've mentioned these before when I talk about how I like to pin my front pieces back. So a lot of times when I'm just working and I tend to touch my hair a lot, I need these to clip my hair up out of my face. I can't stand when my hair is in my face like this. Like, I will leave it like this for a video, but after the video, I will probably pin these up. So all I do, it's really easy. I just take the front pieces like this and I push it forward, which helps to not stretch out your curls, and then I will just clip it like this. It also makes for a really cute hairstyle too. Like, I would totally wear this out. I would do both sides like this, and it gives you a little bit of a lift, and you can't even see them because they're so small, but this just helps so much. And this is the only thing that doesn't stretch out my curls. So see, I can just take it right down and my curls don't get stretched. So these usually come in a big pack, and I like that they don't really show in my hair because they are black, but I'm sure there's other colors of these, but it's just a miniature claw clip. Next up is an Invisibobble hair tie. This is such a strange hair tie because it's like a plastic spiral, but this is one of the only things that actually holds up my low density hair. I struggle with this so much to where I don't want to wrap a regular hair scrunchie around my hair a bunch of times because then I just get a dent and it stretches out my curls. But because this is so small and it really grips onto the hair, I can just wrap it around once. I usually don't wrap this twice because I'm so afraid of breakage that I feel like if I do this, I might get some breakage. So I like that this is small enough to where I can just kind of gather my hair in a low pony and just wrap it around once. I have used this for putting my hair up in a bun, but I usually need like a little clip or something just to hold it, or it will start to like droop unless if I do wrap it around twice. It kind of takes a little bit of getting used to figure out how to remove these without tangling up your curls. I was really afraid of that when I first started using them, but all you want to do is just stretch it like this and then lift it up off of your hair. That way it doesn't get all tangled. So moving on to brushes, I have two here that I have been using the most recently. I'm sure you all have seen me use lots of different brushes. I love the Tangle Teaser, I love the Denman brush, but these have been my go-to lately, and this is a new one to me. This is from Briogeo. It's their vegan boar bristle brush, and the reason this has been my favorite lately is because it has really dense bristles, but it doesn't apply too much tension on your hair like a regular boar bristle. And the reason it's vegan is it's made out of like a synthetic material versus boar's hair, which is what a boar brush is made out of. So if you don't want to use animal products, definitely go with this one. But I like that it's a little bit less damaging because boar bristles are super like just stiff, and I feel like they can definitely cause that cuticle chipping when you are using them. So this is just a little bit more flexible, but still gives you that tension that you need to create really thick, juicy curl clumps. So if you really want to create some thick curl clumps, you need a brush that's very dense like this. So I've really been enjoying that one. I did get that from Amazon, but you can get that from like Sephora and Briogio's site as well, but it's easier sometimes just to order on Amazon. Then I have the wet brush here. I actually got this as a Christmas gift, but I've really been enjoying it because it has very flexible bristles. So I've been using this mainly to comb through my hair after I get out of the shower. I also use it to distribute product in my hair because it doesn't create too much tension. I can just comb through my hair. I also use it to distribute deep conditioner, anything like that. It works really well for that. And it's easy to just rinse this out. This one is the easiest to clean because the products just rinse right out. So I like having something that's more flexible because I know it's not going to create too much tension, which can lead to breakage. Next up are these disposable shower caps. You all might have seen me use these when I usually deep condition. I usually reuse them quite a few times, but it comes in a pretty big pack. So after a little while of using them, I will change them out because they start to get discolored, but you can reuse them many times, and these are plastic, so they're waterproof. So this just keeps it from dripping all over the place. So really like these. You can also use these when you take a shower, but I have another one I'm going to show you that I like to use for that, but this is a good size just for deep conditioners and things like that. So I don't know that I've ever actually shared this, but this is a reusable shower cap for when you take a shower and you don't want to wash your hair. I feel like nobody ever talks about that either, like how they protect their curls, not only overnight, but also in the shower. This one is really unique because it's actually satin lined and it's huge. Like I like how big it is because it doesn't squish my curls. And it has an adjustable band to it. So I just put it over my curls and then I tighten it up and it gets tighter. Usually I will just kind of plop my hair in this. So I put it on similarly to how I put on a bonnet, or if I really want to protect my curls, I will first put on my bonnet and then put this on over top, and that's even extra protection. And the bonnet is a little bit tighter anyway, so then the curls don't fall down and then I don't get any water on my hair when I'm showering. So I usually do both, but sometimes I will just throw this on and it does just fine. And it's not going to cause any friction or frizz because it is satin or silk lined, which I love anything satin or silk for curly hair because then it doesn't cause frizz. And it's really nice that it's adjustable, so you can make sure that it's nice and tight so that no water is going to seep underneath of the shower cap. So while we're on the topic of bonnets, I wanted to share this adjustable one with you guys. This is one that I got recently from Amazon. I know I recently talked about the Lily Silk one, which that one has been my go-to lately, but that one is better if you do have shorter hair or low density hair like me because it's the perfect size for that. That Lily Silk bonnet is also the most comfortable one that I've tried out of all of them. And you can also get Lily Silk on Amazon, but if you order from Amazon, you can't use my discount code like you can if you order directly from Lily Silk. So just keep that in mind, but I did still want to give you all an option for one that's a little bit bigger. If you do have hair that is thicker than mine or hair that's longer than mine, this is the one that I would recommend if your hair is a little bit bigger. I think I've shared this one a few times in the past, but this actually has an adjustable band to it. So if you're someone that really struggles with finding the right fitting bonnet around your head, definitely check this one out. If you can see up close, it's got this little adjustable band, so you can tighten this, you can loosen it. I like mine pretty loose because I don't want it to be uncomfortable, but this one is pretty large, so it's a little bit too big for me. If my hair is not like super voluminous, my hair will start to fall down a little bit. One little trick is you can kind of twist it and then just pin it, so it kind of looks like an onion on top of your head. That's another thing you can do, but for the most part, it fits okay. It's just the Lily Silk one does fit me a little bit better, so I've been wearing that one every night, but this one is a good alternative too if you do have hair that's a little bit thicker than mine. So next up is a Flairosol spray bottle. You all always ask me where these are from, and this pink one is from Amazon, so I can link it for you down below. I also have one from Bouclem that I've really been enjoying. It's a little bit smaller, but this one's larger, so it does hold a little bit more water. They have several different colors of these. I don't know that they still have this pink one on Amazon, but I'll link you to the one that I can find. But a Flairosol spray bottle is basically a continuous mist, but it basically keeps spraying out even after you go like this. You can kind of spritz your whole head very easily. And the other nice thing about a Flairosol spray bottle is it just creates a nice fine mist, so you don't soak your hair, which is nice for refreshing. You wouldn't want to use the regular spray bottle that just completely saturates the hair, so this is really convenient to have. I also use this when I get out of the shower to re-wet my hair before I style it. Next up is my hair repair towel. I could not go without mentioning this because I could not live without these towels. Now, the only thing about the hair repair towel is you can't use my discount code if you order this on Amazon. You would have to order it from their store. So I will link you to both down below. If you want to get 10% off, just order it directly from Hair Repair. But these are available on Amazon, which is awesome. I'm not sure exactly what size this is. I think this is just the regular size. This is the white one. I also have an even larger one in black. I like how these are not like a microfiber towel that has little fibers. This is actually a flat cotton weave, so no fibers at all. It's completely flat, so it's just like using a t-shirt, which you could of course also use a t-shirt, but this is so much easier because it's the right shape and it's large enough to wrap your hair and to plop your hair. And then it also has this little elastic on it, so you can use it to wrap your hair and just tuck that right in so it doesn't fall off all over the place. So I use this in so many different ways. I plop with it, I micro plop with it, I use it to wrap my hair when I get out of the shower. So love these, always recommend them. I always grab these for friends and family too, because even if you had straight hair, you definitely want to be using a hair towel and not a regular bath towel. Then I've got a travel diffuser. I don't know that I've ever shared this with you guys on my channel, but this I actually ordered when I was on vacation at the beach and I forgot my diffuser. So I Amazon Primed this to the beach house and I was so glad that I did because you can put this on any hair dryer and it's collapsible. So really great if you are traveling, if you're flying and you don't want to have a lot in your bag. This is from the Curly Co on Amazon and it's collapsible. So see how it expands? So this can go over any diffuser because it's kind of stretchy. I don't love the design of this because it is completely flat, and if you all have heard me talk about diffusers before, you know that I prefer a diffuser that has a deep bowl, but just for traveling, no big deal if it's not perfect, and I like how it is collapsible. I couldn't find a collapsible travel one that had a deep bowl to it. They were all kind of flat, so no biggie just for traveling, but it was a little bit hard to, you know, create that root volume without having very long prongs. That's another thing I always look for in diffusers is one that has longer prongs, so you can actually use those to create some root lift. But like I mentioned, just for traveling, no big deal. I could not film this video without mentioning this Conair hair dryer that I've raved about for so long. This is the best affordable hair dryer that I have ever tried. It's only about $33 to $35. The price tends to fluctuate, but this is my go-to hair dryer when I need an affordable option or if I want to recommend an affordable option for you guys. It has a really great diffuser on it. This diffuser comes on the hair dryer so you don't have to worry about it fitting. And because it's so affordable, I would recommend getting this whole set compared to trying to find a diffuser that would fit on your existing dryer. You're probably going to pay about $30 anyway for a diffuser, so I would get the whole thing because you know it's going to fit. I like how this also has a warm setting. So if you are worried about damage or if you think your current hair dryer is getting way too hot for your hair, I definitely recommend getting one that has a warm setting. And it has an adjustable speed too, so you're not gonna blow your hair all over the place. So I've used this so many times in the past. I can link you to my diffusing video if you wanna see how to diffuse without causing frizz, and I show you how to use this, but it's definitely one of the best diffusers that is under $50. Like, I can't believe how affordable this is. This I can get my hair dry in about 17 minutes, so it's not quite as fast drying as my Shark diffuser, but it's still not bad at all. Like when I do all of my tricks that I have on reducing your dry time, I have a video about that. I can link it for you down below. And I'm actually reviewing some other dryers for you all right now, so stay tuned on my channel. I'm gonna have more reviews for some different options at different price points. That way I can just have more options to recommend for you depending on what your needs are and what your budget is. So the last few Amazon finds are actually curly hair products. So one of them is new that I've never shared. Actually, two of them are, and another one I have talked about before. So the first one is the Malibu Sea Undo Goo. This is a chelating shampoo. So this is a shampoo that removes hard water buildup. You all always ask me for recommendations on one, and this is definitely the most well-known hard water shampoo out there. I just tried it for the first time, and it was so amazing that I already feel comfortable recommending it in this video. It definitely does a good job at thoroughly cleansing your hair without stripping it. I thought my hair was gonna feel like straw after using this because it is so powerful, but it didn't. It didn't strip my hair. I still followed up with a conditioner, but it wasn't too stripped feeling at all. So I don't have fully hard water. I've had it tested before and it's like kind of borderline hard water, but still it's good to do that every once in a while. I'm sure I do still have some minerals in my water, so it wouldn't hurt to do this every like couple of months or something, or even once a month. And I definitely noticed that my curls have sprung up a lot more. The curl pattern looks a little bit tighter because maybe I had some buildup previously. I also did read that this is safe for color treated hair. So next up is the Cantu Curl Activator. This is the new avocado oil version. So I had previously used this curl cream before and really enjoyed it, the original version. It had shea butter in it and it was a pretty thick moisturizing curl cream, but I used to use that one all the time. It always gave me really good results, but they just came out with this avocado oil version. It says hydrating up at the top, and I was really intrigued because my hair tends to really like avocado oil. Anytime I have products that I love, or even masks that have avocado oil, it tends to do really well. My hair is half medium and half coarse textured, and those coarse areas really soften up nicely with avocado oil. So it's funny how this says defines and softens for frizz-free curls. But this is just a curl cream, so it's not going to tame frizz. You need a gel for that. But really been enjoying this. This is the second time I used it. I actually used it today to style, and I have really good curl clumps. You don't need a lot of this. It's definitely a very thick curl cream. It does have shea butter in it, so it is going to be on the heavier side. So I wouldn't recommend this if you have fine hair, unless if you wanted to just use a tiny amount and really dilute it with some water. I think that it would work. But this, I think, is more so better for like that medium to coarse texture. So it has some really good ingredients in it. I don't see any silicones in here. It has quite a few different oils like soybean oil, olive oil, shea butter. It has polyquaternium in it, which is good for humidity. It's very moisturizing, and I always get really nice thick curl clumps whenever I use this. So really been enjoying this. I will definitely link it for you down below. Last but certainly not least, we have the Mop Top Curly Hair Custard. I've always got this on Amazon. I actually did a video review for them over on the Amazon listing. So if that's up, I will definitely link you guys to it. But this is one of my go-to gels. I've used this for a long time. It's one of those that I always kind of go back to, and I love my results, and I'm like, why don't I use this more? Because it's so good. My hair really tends to like this custard formula too. It reminds me a lot of the Curlsmith styling souffle, but if you don't want to get Curlsmith or you want something different, definitely try this one out. It has a very similar texture to it, very similar ingredients, and it gives me those nice long-lasting results that stay shiny and stay moisturized. So if you struggle with moisture retention, this is definitely a good gel. It has glycerin in it, it has aloe, pectin, silk amino acids, honey, so really great film forming ingredients. It also has seaweed extract, so it has a lot of slip to it, which is awesome. So it's fully water soluble, it's silicone free, it's sulfate free, and all that. So I will link you to where you can get the Mop Top products. I have tried the gel. I recently used the Curl Enhancer gel in another video, but I definitely think I prefer this one. And this gives like a medium hold, but it's more buildable. So it reminds me a lot of the souffle that I mentioned. You can build this up and get a stronger hold if you're more heavy-handed with it. So those are all of my Amazon finds for curly hair. As I mentioned, I will list all of these in numbered order down below so you can easily refer to the description box. If you're not sure where that is, there's a little drop-down arrow right below this video, and that will expand the description box so you can find the links there. And if you have any Amazon finds for curly hair, whether if it's tools or accessories or even products, definitely leave them in the comments down below. I'm always looking for more curly hair finds on Amazon, so please let us know and I will be sure to check that out in the comments. So if you enjoyed this video, I think you might also really like the one that I did all about curly hair on a budget, and it included the essentials that you need when starting your curly hair journey. So I listed a lot of these same tools in there, but just the essentials and also the essential products within each category, all drugstore prices. So I'll put the video linked here on the screen, and I'll talk to you over there.